Hello everybody, Simtastic Builder here. Hope you like my new intro. This is speed build number 4, Eternal Springs, more Asian style house. And it's very interesting floor plan, I must say. Very interesting shape. It's got, that octagon, which I do change it, with 2 bedroom wings. But first, before I get into the house, I'm going to explain why I've been gone for a week, why there hasn't been a speed build for a week. Because my game was suffering horrible crashing issues. It would just freeze, go black, crash the desktop, right? I was trying to do something, it was disastrous. Luckily I wasn't trying to build anything and I didn't lose anything, so that was good. Anyway, tried to contact EA through their help center with a live chat. Well, the first time I tried it, which was I think Monday, I'm not entirely sure, Monday afternoon, said okay, under 5-minute wait. And guess what? I waited 50 minutes and no one ever answered. So I tried the next morning. And they said it still said under 5 minutes, and I waited an hour and 10 minutes, and I sat there at the computer for an hour and 10 minutes. I ate breakfast at the computer. I'm not kidding. That was horrible. They never answered. So I eventually called them, and, the guy, he said, oh, yes, we're going to remove your custom content and stuff like that. But he didn't say removing that would also remove the store content I have, and I have quite a lot of that in my game as well. So removed it, so then we put it back, but we actually didn't put it back, so all the stuff in my house is all replaced with default stuff, which was disastrous. But, so I installed it all back in, and thankfully it did put it back where it was, so that was okay. So finally, he did all this stuff, and finally he said, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn off all your programs, besides Windows Essentials, and then we're going to try to run the Sims that way and see if anything interferes. If it's anything interfering, the game will work this time because it's all turned off. And it did work. Okay, so finally he concluded, okay, so it's your antivirus protection. Yep, that's causing it. Because I downloaded the Sims 3 Seasons off Origin. He says, oh, Origin does not work with antivirus protection services. See, that's a great design. So, I have Norton, so now I have to disable Norton to play the game. I also disable the internet. I have a wireless Netgear internet, so I just pull that out. So I'm okay now. I don't know why the game worked for a month, though, and then all of a sudden stopped working, and this becomes the problem. I have no idea. So now, I want to start talking about the house. So, I go with a light colored, I don't go with pink siding. I don't know what I was thinking. But, I'm not entirely sure what gave me the idea to make this house. It's very interesting, but, it's very different than what I normally would do, because I never tried an Asian house, and because it's a big octagon. Yes, that is ridiculous. It works out. Somehow I manage to make it work out. So, as you might have heard in my last video, if you've seen it, if you haven't, check out my channel, so you can see all my other videos. And that video is an announcement, and all my house videos now have a download link for that house. Okay, so I got that sorted out. Including this one. This one will have a download link too. Just look in the description, you'll see it there. So that is very good indeed. So now I'm doing stone here with this light cream siding. I have these columns here in the front. The issue is that front, that like right by the street, that's a bedroom. But I put some hedges and shrubs and stuff that hides it up so you can't actually see. So here we go. I'm putting in doors, exterior doors and windows. Choose light wood coloring for that. And you can see that hole in that front, like right in front of the front door. That's going to be like a sunken flower bed, if you will. 'Cause it's going to have bamboo in it and stuff like that. Flowers and bamboo. It's a bit tall. So here's the inside. I put a fireplace directly in the middle of the room, the main room. So the chimney goes like right out the middle of the roof, the big roof, what do you call it? Turret roof? I'm not really sure what you'd call octagonal roof. So here we go with windows. I put in a bunch of these windows using move objects on. So, they all are like together and attached. It's a very modern look. I don't know if it matches the house's style, but I like the look of it anyway. So I'm choosing a little window for the bathroom. So this is going to be the best bedroom. I'm just putting beds in there to check the size to make sure that they're not too big. Like my previous speed build, the master bedroom and the other bedroom are exactly the same size, and they both have exactly the same sized bathroom off of them. So that's, interesting. It's just very symmetrical. Which I don't know if that was... I guess it makes the master bedroom, less masterful. But I put the master bedroom on that side where it has the lush gardens. You'll see it will have lush gardens. Doesn't have anything now. So I'm putting this trellises all over the place. Over these, that one, yeah, over those doors. Well, one is a door. One will be a door soon. Yeah, I had kept having issues with that roof. But I eventually figured it out. So that's going to be the like the powder room, even though it has a tub in it. That's just going to be like, the bathroom. The main bathroom. I don't know what you'd call it. So, now we're going to head inside. Well, actually, we're already inside, so we're going to... we're going to do the inside. Well, we already were doing... I don't know how to say that, but we're doing the inside now. So, you can see I'm just finishing off windows and doors, so we should begin the kitchen very soon. Okay, wait, no, we're going to do the entrance first. Yeah, I use this circular floor tiling with the circles in it. I changed this hideous marble color, very quickly. That doesn't last. Yes, no, it does not. As I do this circle pattern, the circle pattern does stay, but the really intense marble does not. So don't worry about that. The blue flooring, yes. I was trying to make sure Creative Style was working. Sorry about that. So here we go with the cabinets in the kitchen. It's like a nice island-ish area. I don't know. Ooh, typing in a long cheat there. So, going to be putting in more cabinets. This video is incredibly long, and I've been looking at my viewer retention. It's quite poor, so you probably won't make it through this video. If you haven't even made it to this part, well, you probably aren't even hearing me because no one's probably listening to this part of the video, but, if you are still here, congratulations, because this is a 27-minute video. It's incredibly long, so, I couldn't really help it, though. I mean, this house has quite a lot of detail. It's quite sophisticated. So, yeah, that's the reason. It's even sped up 7 times the speed, so it's actually going quite fast, and yet it's still, taking quite a while to build. Oh, there's my favorite backsplash, my favorite little mosaic tiling. I do it along this whole wall, which I'm not sure I like that, but it was, what do you call it? It was very flowing. Well, it was, I don't know how to put that. So I'm doing upper cabinets now, and the flooring should change very shortly, yeah. When I put the lights in, I realized that I have a higher ceiling, and then, the light doesn't actually light up the... Well, if I put it on the top, it won't light up the downstairs. So I eventually get rid of the higher ceilings, so, you'll see that later. Oh, here I'm changing the floor. I changed the floor here in the front entrance again. Again, the countertops, yes. Yeah, it was a bit too dizzying, I will admit. So that rug, you just saw me put that rug in front of the kitchen sink and stove. That disappears mysteriously. Later on, I have to put it back. You'll see. I can't figure out why that happened. But that's not very important. So yeah, there's where I realized the light, I just fill in the ceiling. I eventually make it look better later, but... And then these little lights, these are really bright, and I just use them along the top of the wall because they're white. They blend in with that white strip. And that worked out really well to help light up the room. So I used those in the front room, in the living room and dining room. So here we go. We're starting on the living room furniture. And yeah, I'm trying to get that right. Yeah, there's the columns. My favorite backing for the couch, the columns with the half wall. I'm quite pleased with that. I really do like the look of that. So I'm just changing up the colors and putting in some chairs. Okay, so putting in rug, other such things. I have so much trouble finding things to say in these videos. If you have any suggestions on stuff I could say, put them in the comments below, please. Because I have massive difficulty thinking of things to say. You'll hear long stretches of silence with nothing, as I desperately just try to think of something to say, something interesting, besides just going on and on about what's happening in the video. So I put together these 4 tables to create one massive table in the dining room, because it was just so large, it just filled up the space nicely. So there's a little buffet table, put a little fossil thing over there, and a large painting. That was stunning. Beautiful. So that's the only thing I use from late night in this house. So actually I don't put late night as one of the expansions needed for this download. Because if you don't have Light Night, it'll just replace it, so it's not really that big a deal. So here we go. I'm just finishing off the main living area with a small computer desk and other things like that. And now I should be starting the bathroom. That floor is just a plain stone floor. There's no actual tiles. It looks like concrete. Maybe I should have changed that. But that's actually, yeah, see that rug? I have to put it back. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it just looks like plain concrete, but it is stone. I don't know what kind of stone it is, but it is stone. Trust me, it's much nicer than it looks. So it's just a tub. I tried to put a shower in here, but it wouldn't work correctly. So it's just a tub and toilet and sink. 2 sinks. I don't know why I put 2 sinks in like the powder room. It's very weird and completely pointless, but there are 2 sinks in there. So I'm just finishing off the decorations with a nice painting of some flowers. So now we're going outside the house, which is very good, where I'm trying to choose a fence. Had some issues. Eventually I went with like a mixture of a wall and like a wooden fence, except around the back it's just all wall. Okay, so there we go. I'm just putting in, see, yeah, I choose that wooden fence because I make it look much nicer than those colors. For some reason you can't change the color of a fence when it's up against the edge of the lot. You can't use creative style on it, which is incredibly annoying. So you have to like build another one, farther back. Okay, so here comes the incredibly lush landscaping. So yeah, there's the spring. It's called Eternal Springs. There's only actually 1 spring. You just saw me put it in there. I'll make it look nicer later. So there, I was putting in some rocks for the fountains. Of course, you need fountains. And they're coming out like a little hole there. Looking very nice indeed. I don't know why I keep saying indeed. Okay, so, yeah, this is my favorite part of the landscape. The rock steps. I mean, look at that. It's just, I'm not using real steps. It's just some rocks stacked together. Unfortunately, I highly doubt a sim can actually use that. But how would I know? Because I don't usually play with sims in this game. I just build. So what do I know? So here's the spring. I'm trying to hide like the fountain. I'm trying to make it look more spring-like. I don't know how you'd say, like a little bubbling water. But that was my best attempt. So there you go. And I put in a small path. Oh, I don't yet. Okay, I darkened the grass and I put a small pathway in, which should be happening very soon after I put some dirt in. Yes, here's the pathway. Very nice indeed. Oh, there I go with indeed again. So, yes, I'm doing this wiggly pathways. Looks very fancy. And some darker green grass. Yes, here goes the trees. I put way too many trees here. Now, the landscaping is very, lush is like the nicest way to put it. I might have overdone it a bit. And that means if your computer is not that powerful, it could take a few minutes to load the house. So if you click edit, it will take a while. Okay, nothing is wrong with the house. It's just because there's a lot of stuff for the game to load. Okay, so it might take a while. I mean, I have a very powerful computer, and it still takes a good minute or so to load. Well, not a minute, well, like 30 seconds for it to load. Okay, so I'm just finishing off like the empty space with some bushes and reeds and other details. And here comes the flowers. Oh yes, the flowers. Quite a lot of flowers. They all go down this whole area. And there's so much more in the rest of the landscaping design. But I don't know. I don't know if it's Asian or not. I was trying to make it look more Asian. But, I could have failed. Who knows? Tell me if you think it's Asian, if you think it looks Asian or not. I put some orange flower terrain paint there, and over here I'm putting in flowers just along the edges of that thing, that little raised ground, which becomes the gazebo. Though it's so small and your sim can actually access it, it's just completely for decorative purposes only. So there you go. Yeah, so that's it right there. It's just for design. So over here, yeah, I'm just putting hedges along the edges just to make it look more lush. Probably already looks way too lush already anyway, so whatever. So I'm going to put a small, love seat sofa out here with a coffee table. So you have a place to sit because there's actually no places to sit. on the exterior of this house, and then of course some more bamboo. So I only just do that one side. Yeah, those just hedges were clipping through the fence. I had to move them all. So I only do that one side of the landscaping, and then I go back inside and do the bedrooms, and then I pop back outside and do the rest. So, that is just the way I do it. In the most, crazy way possible, with, no, method. I don't know what you'd call it. No consistency. Just going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I forgot to put a TV in the living room, so I did put one in. And then I realized all that empty space. I just put in a a small table that you can sit at. And just a mirror. I put a mirror there. And some curtains to make it look more cozy. Curtains, I like curtains so much. Except, those really big windows, yeah, you couldn't really put curtains on there, so I just went with some blinds. There's some tangle-free blinds. That's what they're called in the game anyway. Yes, there we go. They're not that stylish looking, but they do the job just fine. I put a fountain in the entrance. Some nice gurgling water sounds. Very pleasant. And going through all the statues. And here I changed the color just in the entrance to a nicer tan color. It's warmer. I don't know. I thought it looked better than all that gray. So there you go on that. And I put some bar stools here. So they don't match the style of the house at all, but they look nice. And I forgot a dishwasher, so I popped that in too. And just some details, like a phone, the only phone in the whole house, and like a fishbowl and some magazines. Yeah, all those good old details. So here's the laundry room, which it's very small, which I'm doing now, and it's a laundry room. There's not much to say about it. And it's got that same concrete look floor, which I don't really like that much. I should have changed that, but whatever. And some nice paintings. So now we're going to be moving outside for a moment. Yes, with some nice stone for the pathways. Well, not for the decks. I'm sorry. That kind of stuff. And I changed the colors appropriately. So there we go. And I'm going to put in the railings for there very shortly if I choose one. Yes, there it is. And that is what I go with. So they all have that. All the decks have that railing. Well, that's I keep calling it a deck. It's just like a little ledge to make the house look fancy. And yes, here's where I put that bamboo there. It is kind of obstructive, but it works out fine. And I get rid of the chimney, and I put the top there. But it doesn't actually touch, so I had to have the walls, because it doesn't actually touch, but it clips through, which is really annoying, but it doesn't really matter that much. So here we go with my classic black paint under everything. I didn't actually put it under there. Well, I should have, but I never did, so sorry about that. You can always fix that yourself if you download the house. So now we're going to be moving into the guest bathroom. And yes, I'm just putting tile floor, carpeting, and other such goodies like that. So I went with a floral wallpaper in here. But it's not like a normal floral. It's kind of like, I don't know, Asian style, hopefully. So just putting blackness in the columns. Don't ask me why it keeps blacking out there. Maybe it's just happening to me. Maybe you don't even see that, but I don't know. So I'm putting in the tub and shower, the necessities in the bathroom. Well, the tub's not a necessity, but whatever. It looks nice. It's a luxurious feature. So I'm just putting in, a sink and other such things like such. Oh, that's a terrible sentence. And there are such things that go in a bathroom. Some hand towels. And now I'm just going to finish it off. It's exactly the same as the master bathroom. Just everything's in a different order. So I'm going to be moving to the bedroom soon. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure the order this goes. No, I'm going to do the closet first, of course. So I'm just doing the closet. Putting in some clothes. Those clothes are really nice, actually. Came from Ambitions. Very useful for closets. Such as that one. So now I'm putting in the furniture in the bedroom. And those very interesting, and probably something you'd never see in real life, those glass coffee tables. Yeah, I thought that was unique. So it's slightly bland, this room, but it's just the guest room, so who really cares? They put those circular windows, so let a bit more light in on the wall that the bed's on, because in my opinion this looks nicer. So now I'm going to be putting in some chairs. Yes, chairs. They kind of block off the access to the bed, because they sit right in the middle of the room. But whatever, that's just the way it stays. And of course a gigantic rug, which was really not necessary, but I did it anyway. And I don't know why I was recoloring those blinds. Okay, so changing out that window for a door, which I should have done a long time ago, but I never did it, because I forgot. So just putting the extra little details in the room, like some plant pots. And we should be moving on. Oh, sorry about that. We should be moving on to the master bedroom or something else very soon. Okay, we're going outside for a moment. Yes, we are. Okay, so I'm just putting in some fences. This is gonna be right there. That was for the trash can. The only issue is the window from the guest bedroom looked right out to that. That was a small fault, I'm afraid. So I'm sorry about that. So putting in some gates so you can get from one side to the other. So here we go. I'm just putting in the pathway. I put a pond back here. That was perfect timing, because the second I said it, I did it. And of course, just some more wiggly pathways that have no purpose at all. They're just there purely for decoration purposes only. So yes, I go with this really intense green grass. Don't know why I did that. It doesn't even match the rest of the grass, but in my opinion it looks slightly more Asian. Okay, so here we go. Crazy with the trees and shrubs, and then I put more in there. More bamboo. And here's the issue, that all those shrubs clip through the wall into the house. That became an issue later on. So making a very intense green grass. Very lush, of course. And some hedges along the back. And some beautiful white, vibrant flowers. And now I'll be moving to... Oh, yeah, there was a bird there. I was looking at the bird. To the flowers in the front. This is the very front of the house. And the reason this is the guest room, looks right out here, because it's right at the street. The master bedroom looks out to the other garden, which is much nicer view. Which is why they get first priority over there. Yeah, the flowers are blocking the walkway. I had to fix that. Okay, so basically that should conclude the exterior, and we should move to the master suite, very shortly. No, not yet. Okay, now we're going to go to the master. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm so bad with my timing sometimes. Yes, all those evil little plants clipping into the walls made things so annoying. Okay, so now the master bedroom. Yes, behold the master bedroom. And yes, look at me go through all those carpets. I had so much trouble choosing a carpet. I eventually settled on one, of course. So now I'm going to put in some lighting and furniture. Other essentials to the master bedroom. A bed, of course. And there it is. And the one thing I noticed about the beds in the game, when you first place it, it never actually goes against the wall. So I always use the Alt key, hold down the Alt key, and just, put it up against the wall. Because it just annoys me. Why doesn't the game just put the bed against the wall? I just noticed that recently. So I've been doing that in all my houses. Okay, so this time I didn't cut off the walkway completely with my sitting area. So that's much better. And I used 2 smaller coffee tables instead of 1 big one, so it takes up less space. So many paintings over by the bed. I don't know. And that's the first time ever in history I think you'll ever see that I've used the default rug. I always color my rugs in creative style, so that's a landmark achievement. That's very, very exciting. Well, not really. Okay, so now I'll be moving to the bathroom with very, checkerboard styled tile flooring, and it's the same exact stuff from the other bathroom. It's just all in a different place. Really, it's different places. So we're very near the end, which is good because this is a very long speed build. I'm struggling for things to say, unfortunately. So, you know, this is the master bathroom, even though it's already quite obvious that it is. Anyway, we should be finished with this bathroom very shortly after I choose a painting, which took me quite a while. Because remember, this is sped up 7 times the speed. Okay, so that was a really weird voice. So now we're doing the closet, which is the same as the other closet, just with different colors. And we should be done very, very soon. Just putting in some lights, landscape lighting, which is very important. I like the look of the house lit up at night. And we'll be moving to screenshots. I got rid of like the mini walkthrough at the end of my speed builds because I don't know. I didn't really. It was really a pain to make them, and I didn't really feel like doing it. So we'll be moving to the screenshots very shortly. Here it is, the complete house. So now, everybody, thank you for watching this video, and enjoy the screenshots.